Ever get that feeling like you're just bursting with something you want to tell the world?
Mm.
You know, like you want to make a difference, but how do you actually get people to listen? Especially now when everyone's online all the time.
Well, that's exactly what we're looking at in this deep dive.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We're exploring TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, but not just for those dance challenges and, those funny videos that go viral.
Yeah.
We're looking at it as this powerful tool to create change,
Mhm.
especially across Africa, Asia, and South America.
So using this platform to tackle those big issues we always talk about.
That's the idea, but this guide we're going through today is like a roadmap to creating impactful campaigns on TikTok.
But where do you even start with something as big as like climate change?
I know, right?
It can feel a bit overwhelming.
Totally. I mean,
Yeah.
these global issues, climate change, poverty, gender inequality, they're huge, right?
Yeah.
But the key is to find your specific niche,
Okay.
that specific issue within these huge problems that you really connect with.
So like instead of trying to tackle all of climate change in one TikTok,
Right.
you pick something smaller.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's say you're passionate about protecting endangered species in the Amazon rainforest.
Okay, I'm with you.
Would you try to cover the entire rainforest in one 60-second video?
Probably not. There's no way.
No, it's just too much. So think smaller, more focused, maybe zoom in on the struggles of the Amazon river dolphin
Okay.
or the threats to a certain indigenous community's way of life.
So it's about finding that one piece of the puzzle
Yeah,
that you can really make stand out.
exactly. Think of it like this. The plastic waste problem in India.
Okay.
Huge problem, right?
Right.
But instead of tackling the whole thing at once,
Yeah.
you could focus on how plastic bags are clogging up the Ganges River, that sacred waterway.
Yeah.
Show the impact on that,
Mm.
connect with people's emotions and make it personal.
Right. So it's about making it relatable
Yeah.
so people actually care. Okay, I'm with you. So we've got this focus now on a specific issue. But then how do we figure out what we actually want to do with our TikToks?
Yeah. Good question. It can't just be about making, fancy videos. It's
Yeah.
got to be more than that. Think of it this way. Every TikTok that you make should have this North Star.
A North Star.
Yeah, a clear goal guiding your content. Do you want to just raise awareness? Do you want people to actually take action after they watch?
So like what change do we want to spark with our videos?
Yeah. Do you want people to maybe recycle more in Brazil or maybe start a conversation about girls' education in Kenya?
Yeah.
It's about having that clear purpose in mind.
So we need to ask ourselves, what
Yeah.
do we want people to do after they watch?
Exactly.
And that's where the call to action comes in, right?
Yes. A strong call to action is so crucial.
Okay.
Do you want them to maybe sign a petition?
Mhm.
Donate to a charity, change a habit. Having that specific action in mind helps shape your whole video.
Got it. Okay, so we've got our focus issue, we've got a goal, and a call to action.
Right.
Now, how do we actually make these TikToks stand out?
Right.
Especially on a platform that's all about, being creative in those viral trends.
Right. Well, this is where we dive into what TikTok does best. Remember that hashtag Jerusalem challenge?
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't?
Right. Took the world by storm, people everywhere dancing to that same song.
It was everywhere.
Right. That's the power of trends.
Yeah.
And that's what this guide suggests we use, but we're giving it a social change spin.
Okay, interesting. So instead of just doing a silly dance,
Oh, right.
we're using that same trend, but to get people talking about, I don't know, protecting the Amazon or something.
Exactly. Like a hashtag Save the Amazon challenge,
Okay.
where people show how they're helping the environment,
Love that.
or maybe a challenge to support local artisans,
Mm.
where people can spotlight those awesome handcrafted goods, from their own communities.
Those are really good ideas.
And there's more. Don't forget those, before and after videos.
Oh, yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. Think about, the damage from illegal mining.
Okay.
You could show a before shot of this pristine mountain
Right.
and then the after with all the scars and deforestation.
Wow, that would be powerful.
Right. That contrast,
Yeah.
it just hits you.
What about those, quick how-to videos?
Yes. Those are great.
Those are fun.
Short, snappy, actionable.
So we could show people, easy ways to save water or something.
Exactly. Remember on TikTok, you got to grab attention fast.
I like that. So it's here's how to help local farmers in under a minute.
You got it.
Cool.
Now, there's another tool that TikTok is known for, storytelling.
Ooh, stories.
Right. Imagine a video about a young girl in Nepal, right,
Okay.
whose life changed completely because she could go to school.
Oh, that's nice.
You tell her story, show the challenges, the impact of education,
Hmm.
you know.
That would be really moving.
Right. It connects with people on a deeper level.
It's not just facts and figures. It's about real people.
Exactly. And storytelling, it's a language that everyone
It's
understands.
universal.
Right. It can bridge those cultural divides and make these complex issues, something we can all relate to.
So we've brainstormed all these amazing ideas.
Yeah.
Now how do we actually turn them into TikToks?
That's where we get to be creative. This is where we get down to business.
Yeah. The actual mating of the TikTok.
Yeah. So even though TikToks are super short, planning is still key.
Right.
Like you got to think of it almost like writing a script, like for a mini movie or
The
something.
mini movie, okay.
Yeah. This guide really stresses how important it is to have a clear and concise script,
Makes sense, because TikTok is all about, grabbing attention quickly.
Right. You literally have seconds before people just scroll on by.
So true.
So keep it under 60 seconds. That's the aim.
Okay.
And just like a movie, your TikTok should have a beginning, middle, and end.
Okay, I like that. Like a 3-act structure.
Exactly.
So Act 1, that's the hook, right?
Yeah, that's where you got to grab them.
How do we do that? What makes people stop scrolling?
You got to start with a bang. Like
Right.
maybe a shocking statistic or a really thought-provoking question,
Mhm.
or even like a captivating visual.
Like what?
Okay, imagine this. You open with a shot of a child walking miles just to get water.
Okay.
And there's text over it that says something like, millions lack access to clean water.
Wow. Yeah, that would definitely make me pause.
Right?
Okay, so we've hooked them. Now what? Act 2, right?
Yes. Act 2, the core message. This is where you deliver the goods.
Okay.
You've got like 15 to 30 seconds to get your point across.
That's not a lot of time.
I know, right? So make it count, give concrete information,
Okay.
statistics, examples,
Mhm.
Let's say you're focused on those sustainable farming practices in Kenya.
Okay, what?
You could show a local farmer explaining how they're using those techniques, to save water and improve the soil.
So show it in action.
Exactly.
Okay. And then Act 3, the grand finale.
Yes, the call to action. What do you want your viewers to do after watching your video?
Right.
This is where you empower them.
Yeah.
Give them specific instructions, like tell them, visit this website to learn more,
Right.
or share your own water-saving tips in the comments,
Yeah.
or support these local farmers by buying their produce. Make it really clear and easy to follow.
So they know exactly what to do.
Right.
It's amazing how much thought goes into these short videos.
I know. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
So we've got the script down.
Right.
But how do we make it look good?
Right. The visuals.
Yeah.
That's where the magic happens.
Okay. Tell me more.
This guide has some really cool filming and editing tips specifically for TikTok,
Okay, like what?
Well, think about using close-up shots to really highlight a problem,
Okay.
like showing a plastic bottle just floating in a polluted river,
Yeah.
And then you contrast that with a shot of clean water flowing from a new well.
Oh, that would be a nice contrast.
Right.
And what about text on the screen?
Text overlays.
Yeah, are those still a thing?
Oh, yeah. They're great for emphasizing those key points or stats,
Okay.
You could have text that says, like, 80% of ocean pollution comes from land.
Wow, really?
Yeah, let's protect our oceans, something like that.
And with so many languages in Africa, Asia, South America,
Right.
we could even use those overlays to translate our message
Exactly. That's a great point.
so even more people can understand.
And don't forget, TikTok is all about the music and trends.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This guide says to use those popular sounds and transitions, to make your message more fun and shareable.
So, like, if there's a song that everyone's using,
Yeah,
we could create a dance challenge about, like, protecting endangered animals or something.
exactly. You're getting it.
Awesome. Okay, so we've filmed our masterpiece.
Yes.
The music's pumping. We're ready to share it with the world.
Okay, hold on. Now we need to think about how people are going to find it, right?
Good point.
That's where captions and hashtags come in.
Oh, yeah, of course. I always forget about this.
Think of your caption like a first impression, It's got to be catchy, informative,
Okay.
and include your call to action, of course.
Right. So what would be a good example?
Okay, let's say your video is about supporting small businesses in India.
Okay.
Your caption could say, empowering dreams, one village at a time.
I like it.
Discover the incredible stories behind these businesses and find out how you can support them.
Ooh, it's good.
And then, of course, you add your hashtags like hashtag Shop Local India, hashtag support small businesses,
Yeah.
hashtag rural empowerment.
That's awesome. It's positive, it's inspiring, and it uses those hashtags to reach more people.
Yeah. The guide really emphasizes how important those hashtags
They're
are.
like the key to getting discovered, right?
Exactly. Think of them like keywords,
Goes.
you know? Use a mix of general and specific ones to really target the right people.
So we've got our caption, our hashtags. Can we hit post now?
Almost. We got to think about timing, too.
Timing.
Yeah, when are people actually online? The guide says to post when your target audience is most active.
Makes sense.
Like for younger audiences, evenings and weekends might be best,
Right.
you know?
Okay, we found the perfect time.
Yeah.
We hit that post button. Phew, we're done.
Not quite. There's more.
The journey doesn't end when you post.
Yeah.
In fact, that's when the real fun begins, engaging with your audience.
Oh, right, like responding to comments and stuff.
Exactly.
So it's not a one and done kind of thing.
No way. Got to keep the conversation going.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, respond to those comments.
Yeah.
Answer people's questions. You could even do a live Q&A.
Oh, live. That's a cool idea.
Right. Connect with your viewers. And another thing, don't forget about influencers.
Oh, yeah, those TikTok stars with millions of followers.
Exactly. Imagine partnering with someone who's already passionate about, like, clean water in Africa.
Right.
Their audience could really boost your message.
Sure.
Yeah, that would be huge.
And there's one more key point from this guide.
Okay, what is it?
Don't just post and forget about it.
What do you mean?
Well, TikTok has these analytics.
Analytics.
Yeah, they show you how your videos are performing.
Oh, so like how many people are watching.
Likes, shares, all that.
Interesting. So we can actually see what's working and what's not.
Exactly. Pay attention to those numbers. They
Yeah.
tell you what's resonating with your audience.
So we can learn from each video and make the next one even better.
Precisely. It's like a feedback loop. You create, you observe, you adapt.
And then you do it all again.
Exactly.
So what have we learned today about using TikTok for, making a difference in the world?
I think the biggest takeaway is that you don't need a fancy camera or tons of followers to have an impact.
Right.
It starts with caring about something and being creative
Yeah.
and willing to experiment, you know?
So find that thing that you're passionate about
Yeah.
and then make your TikTok around that.
Exactly. We've talked about tapping into trends, telling stories, using visuals to grab attention.
And most importantly, getting people to act.
Yes. And don't forget about engaging with everyone after you post.
It's all about community. Yeah.
It is. It's about building a movement around the change you want to see.
So to everyone listening, what issue are you passionate about?
What keeps you up at night?
What change do you want to see in the world?
Maybe it's something local, like protecting a park
Yeah.
or supporting a community garden.
Or maybe it's something bigger, like fighting for education or reducing plastic.
Whatever it is, remember, your voice matters.
You can inspire people, start conversations.
And make a real difference, even with just one TikTok.
That wraps up our deep dive into TikTok for social change.
It's been fun.
You don't need to be a pro to make an impact.
You've got everything you need already.
Your passion, your creativity, your voice.
Those are your most powerful tools.
So go out there, experiment, have fun.
And use TikTok to make the world a better place.
We'll see you on the next episode of The Deep Dive for another exciting topic.
Until then.